Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a little vlog of when I went to Chepstow with my husband and my daughter. We went this past weekend and just for a little day trip really. The weather was really nice, it was really sunny. This is us just parked up in the car park. The car park is next to the castle, which we'll be going to later, but we wanted to go and grab a bite to eat first. So we made our way out of the car park, and this is the little tourist information shop, which had a nice little Halloween display in the window. This is another view of the castle from the car park. Looks so nice in the sun. So we headed up the little street. The buildings in Chepstow are so nice. Everything just looks so pretty. And especially when the sun is shining, everything just looks so picturesque. So we headed up the main street here. And we were going to go to Wetherspoons to get some lunch. If you've never had a Wetherspoons, it's like a chain pub and you can get cheap food and drink there. So we ordered our food, and after half an hour they brought my daughter's meal out for her, and this was it here. Although it was a child's meal, it looked absolutely massive. She didn't even finish half of it. And then after another about 20 minutes, we went and asked where our food was, and they were like, "Oh, don't know, it's disappeared." So we were like, "Oh my god, well, we've waited too long now, I'm so hungry." So we just got a refund, and then we went and picked up a Greggs, which if you've never had a Greggs before, it's like a chain baker, and they do little sandwiches, baguettes, pasties, and then like sweet things like donuts and cookies. So yeah, we just got a Greggs and found a little bench and fed the birds for a little bit. It wasn't too busy in Chepstow. There was a few people around, but it wasn't too packed or anything. But there was one shop that we wanted to visit. It was like a factory outlet shop, but when we got there it had closed down. So it was just one of those days where things weren't going to plan, but it didn't matter, the sun was shining, so we were still having a good time. So we're making our way to the castle now. We had a little look in some of the shops on the way down. There was these giant Sylvanian families and a really nice Christmas window display with a lot of nutcrackers. And then this antique store, which I do like to have a look in, but because we had the pram with us, I didn't want to risk knocking anything over. These Jellycat Dracula frogs were £40. I really wanted one, but I thought that's a bit expensive. But we made it to the castle. So it was £9.50, I think, per adult, and kids were free. So on the entrance here, there is a model of the castle, so it just shows you the scale of it. It was hard to get a video because the sun was shining behind it. But yeah, that's the entrance there. And the castle is like on a hill, so the whole way in is like up a big hill. So it's more fun on the way down. But here's the entrance here and where we pay. This is the map that you get when you come in. So yeah, this is the first little bit where we stopped here. I finished off the rest of my Greggs. I had a pink jammy donut, which is filled with jam, which is really yummy. So yeah, according to my map, this is the remains of the fancy Tudor apartments. And then along the wall, we took a look at the river. This is the River Wye. And it just looked absolutely gorgeous. It was such a nice sunny day, and it wasn't too cold. There was no wind really, so it was just so pretty. So we stood here for a bit and just watched the birds. They were flying back and forth. And then we carried on up the castle. This is the view out of a little window. It looks like a painting, really. And then this is further on up the castle. And you can see the bridge there, the cars going past. And this is the little footbridge that you crossed to get to the other side of the castle. It was a bit scary. It wasn't very rickety, but it was just a long way down. Can't imagine being back in the medieval times, crossing these bridges. Yeah, this is like the top end of the castle. So we're going back down now, past this big tree. Don't know how old this tree is. Don't know if it's as old as the castle, but it looks very old. But look at the castle there in the sun. It's just so gorgeous. This bench here was so interesting. It's a carved wooden bench. I think it was given to the castle when they were twinned with another city, maybe. But you can see the carvings there. There's a big tree. And then this is made to look like a castle with the drawbridge. So it's very interesting. And then this bit was really steep. I had to stop filming. And then I think this is the Great Tower, constructed in stone by order of William the Conqueror. So yeah, we're just making our way out now. I think this bit says that it's Martin's Tower. Eventually was a prison for political prisoner Henry Martin, who signed Charles I's death warrant. If I'm reading my map correctly, that is. So you can just about see where the walls have been knocked down, and then there's doors behind them. I find it so fascinating. I really like these windows. I think this is the kitchens, and I just think that they're absolutely beautiful. So this is a bit of a better shot of the outside, and it says here, at over 800 years old, these are the oldest castle doors in Europe. They were innovative too. They guarded the first twin-towered gatehouse built in Britain. So yeah, you can just see a bit of the hill there that it sat on. Some lovely colourful houses behind. And then that is down to the car park there. So just a little bit more that's on the map that I'd like to read. This monument is in the care of Cadw, the Welsh Government's Historic Environment Service, working for an accessible and well-protected historic environment for Wales. It is an offence to damage or deface it. Some of the little safety warnings here, saying, for your safety, ancient monuments can be dangerous. Do not climb on the monument. Please take care when visiting this site. Children under 16 must be supervised at all times. So here's the map of the castle, starting with the entrance and the shop, then the kitchens and Martin's Tower, heading up to the Tudor apartments and Chepstow's Great Tower, that's on number 2, and then right at the top, this is said to be the view that captivated famous romantic artist J.M.W. Turner. And then on the back you have all of that information in Welsh, and I'll just show you a little close-up there. I don't actually speak Welsh, although I live in Wales and I'm born and bred in Wales, and it's just not taught that much in schools, which is a shame. So yeah, and then here we are, just leaving the car park. Don't mind my dirty car windows, but yeah, it was a lovely autumn day. The weather was really, really on our side, so yeah, it's just nice to look at all these lovely buildings on the way out. That's the museum there. I haven't actually been to the museum before, so I'll have to make another trip one day, visit the museum. Yeah, some of the buildings are painted really nice colours, and they've got nice different coloured doors. It's nice to see that sometimes. It gets a bit boring if everything's the same colour. But yeah, there's a really nice yellow house just there. Yellow house and a yellow van. And there's a nice church on the way out as well, but I didn't visit that today. So yeah, we're just making our way home now on the motorway. It's mainly just fields on the way home, and I did see some cows, some sheep and some horses, so that was fun. And then coming up here is the ICC, which is the International Convention Centre, I think. But it blocks the view of the Celtic Manor Resort, which is a 5-star hotel, I think. But yeah, it blocks that now. So yeah, going through a tunnel here, which, did you ever used to play that game where you hold your breath when you go through the tunnel? But I didn't do that today. That's about it for this little vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was enjoyable, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.